What if I told you that the secret to winning in the NFL is just a single number? Not 14, not 21, not even 30, but 24. It's not just a theory though, it's calculated, and I'll show you how it makes sense. No matter who you are, hit over 24 points and history says you're likely to walk away with the win. But how did 24 become the invisible line for success in the NFL? What makes an offense or defense good? And when can you blame the other side of the ball? Most importantly, 24 points is the perfect benchmark for a team's success in the NFL, and it applies to both sides of the ball. Looking at the top 10 most common final scores in NFL history, 24 shows up in the win column 3 times, more than any other number, plus 24 to 10 is 11. Now you might ask, why not 17 or 21 or even a higher number like 35 as the tipping point? With lower point totals like 17 or 21, you can reach them in just 3 scoring drives, which is less than a drive per quarter, but likely wouldn't sustain success against elite teams. Unless your defense is literally the 2000s Baltimore Ravens, you won't win scoring 20 points a game. While a number like 35 points certainly wins more often than 24, it is a difficult number to reach. You don't want to constantly need to score 35 points in every game because that means one of two things. Either A, the teams that you're playing are so bad that they aren't a good benchmark for your success, or B, your defense is so bad that you need to keep scoring just to have a chance at winning. Either way, it's not a good recipe for success. In fact, in the 30s, 31 is the most common winning final score, but it isn't even in the top 20 most common final scores overall, because scoring 4 touchdowns and a field goal is difficult to achieve. On the other hand, 24 points is usually scored with 3 touchdowns and 1 field goal, an average of just 1 scoring drive per quarter. From the 1920 season to the 24-25 season, there were 1,371 games that had a team score 25 or more points. Out of these 1,371 games, 1,082 games had the team that scored 25 points win the game, around a 79% winning percentage. In 287 games, the team that scored 25 points lost, and 2 games were a tie. In a 17-game season though, a 79% winning percentage would mean winning just over 13 games a season, which is easily a playoff team, and would be a better regular season record than 4 out of the last 6 Super Bowl winners since 2019. More interestingly, out of the 287 games where a team scored 25 and still lost, 131 of those had both teams score over 30 points. Meaning that around 46% of the time a team scored 25 and lost, both the winner and the loser scored over 30, showing how important a good defense is to success as well. Going through the totals of the top 4 conference championship teams and the lowest scoring teams from the 2019 season all the way to the 2024 season, common trends are visible as well. Let me break it down for you. A bad record is expected in the first column, but if you see a team with a losing record in any of the other 2 columns, it has to be either one of 2 things. A team has one of the worst offenses in the league or one of the worst defenses in the league. Now, let's go season by season. In the 2019 season, the Green Bay Packers followed the rule letter by letter. Every time their opponent scored more than 24, they lost. But 24 or less, an undefeated 14-0. In 2020, a few things stuck out. The Jags allowing 20 points in nearly 90% of their games, while the Jets were a horrendous 0-4 while still scoring 25. Why? They just had the league's worst offense combined with one of the worst defenses at the same time, making one of the worst Jets teams ever, and they're already pretty bad. In 2021, the trend stayed true. Teams were bad when allowing 25 plus, better when allowing 24 or less, but at their best when scoring 25 plus. Oddly enough though, both of the Super Bowl teams were horrendous when allowing 25 or more points. Usually the elite teams are around 500 in this category. In 2022, the Super Bowl champions stuck out to me more than any other team I recorded in the 6 seasons. The Chiefs were an elite 5-1 when they allowed 25 plus points, showing that they could simply just score at will. In the 2023 season, the Chiefs completely flipped the script by being absolutely elite on the defensive end of the ball, holding their opponents to 24 or less points in 95% of their games. I'm not going to say who took their offense from 15th to 1st in one season, but the Chiefs haven't been the same since. In 2024, the Eagles ended up outdoing the Chiefs with 17 wins while holding a team to 24 or less points. Since 2019, the Carolina Panthers have been the opponent the most whenever a team scored 25 plus points, a total of 56 times. The one tie was the Cardinals versus Detroit Lions 27-27 game, which counted as one game for each team, of course, and also happened to be Kyler Murray's debut game. There have been 7 games since 2019 where both teams scored over 40 points and one still lost. Funnily enough though, the second highest scoring tie happened while I was making this video. Teams with the most losses while scoring 25 plus points since 2019, the Lions with 17, the Falcons with 14, and the Vikings with 13, all in the NFC. Teams with the most wins while scoring 25 plus points since 2019, the Chiefs with 67, the Bills with 58, and the Ravens with 51. The Dolphins have had the largest win margin since 2019 with their iconic 70-20 win over the Broncos, but they also have had the largest losing margin while still scoring 25 plus points, which happened to be 30 in their 56-26 loss versus the Buffalo Bills. You know the feeling though, you lose a game you thought your team should have or could have won, and now it's time to place blame. Whose fault was it? The offenses or the defenses? If your offense scored over 24, they're likely to win nearly 80% of the time. So losing in that situation, it's fair to blame the defense for not locking the other team down. On the flip side, if your defense can hold a team to 24 or less points, they've done their job, and the offense needed to step in and pull their weight. Simply put, 24 points is the accountability cutoff, and it creates an important and clear dividing line. If you meet the cutoff, then you can't be blamed for the team's failures. While 24 isn't a perfect score, it is a great indicator for success. But this doesn't just work for single games, it explains entire seasons as well. Earlier I mentioned the 2019 Green Bay Packers team who struggled when their defense allowed over 24, but the 2023 49ers team was the same, on the offensive end, as they were 1-6 whenever they scored 24 or less. Another example was the 2021 Bengals, who happened to be 1-5 when their defense allowed 25 or more points, showing how significant the 24 rule is to a team's success. So the next time your favorite team loses, before you get into an emotional Twitter war about who deserves the blame, ask one simple question. Did we hit 24? This is Gotti Films. Like, comment, subscribe, check out my other videos, and stay fantastic.